introduction. Good morning. Welcome to our second joint meeting with ARIN. Can you hear me now as well as you did before? My name is Susan Harris. I'm from Merit Network. We are a nonprofit based at the University of Michigan. We connect most of the educational institutions in the state, plus many other types of organizations, to the internet through our regional network, MishNet. Our host today is Server Central Network of Chicago. You've seen guys in white t-shirts running around this weekend. What you didn't see is all the immense amount of work that went on over the past few months. And for that, I especially want to thank Jordan Lowe, who you'll meet in a couple of minutes. He's the president of the company. Jordan's been working closely with a couple of members of our staff, Bob Stovall and David Gilbertson. Bob. That was going to be my first joke, and this did not cause any laughter, but I'm still relaxed. It's okay. The people along the top are our networking staff. You met Carol and Dawn at registration. Teresa Raymond is here for the first time learning real media. With these pictures, I felt it would only be fair to ask my friends at ARIN, whom I've been working so closely with over the past few years, if they would send me pictures of themselves. And for the most part, they were very cooperative, with one exception. John is the chair of the Board of Trustees in ARIN. Ray will be following me in a moment. He is the president of the organization. Susan Hanlon is the wonderful director of member services. Matt Ryanchek, an engineer who we've been working closely with over the past few months, been extremely helpful. Same for Ed Pizzarello, who is ARIN's event coordinator. Numbers. You can see attendance is up again today. Also up are numbers of people from Europe, I think partly because we have lots of colleagues here from the RIPE Network Coordination Center in Amsterdam. The RIPE NCC is more or less the counterpart of ARIN plus NANOG. The sample for this next couple of slides is a little weird in that we jumped from Eugene to Salt Lake. I was not careful, unfortunately, about taking numbers in Phoenix. But in any case, when you register on the web, you tell us what kind of organization you work for. The vast majority are always commercial, but this time it was up a bit, almost 10% actually, which surprised me. I thought the nonprofit side would be up with all the international registry attendees here, and because we're in a college town, but it did not work that way. 50% of you reported that you're an ISP or network operator. This is way up. I usually see, yeah, it's just wonderful. I usually see about a third. And this reverses what I said last time. I was commenting in Salt Lake that the proportion of vendors had gone up, the proportion of ISPs had dropped. So this is a wonderful reversal. The other category is big here because it includes R&E, government, content provider, and so on. Our mailing list kind of jumped a lot in September during the VeriSign event. We figure our server at the peak of that delivered more than 1.5 million messages a day, which to us was big. Ron and Carl are here somewhere from AOL. I know that's small potatoes to you guys, but we thought it was a lot. You're seeing green buttons on badges. That means those folks are responsible for peering at their company, and they would like to talk with you specifically about that. PGP means I would be interested in signing your PGP key. Joe Abley will be talking to us a little bit more about PGP later this morning. And there are more buttons out at registration if you are interested. Here are the folks from our program committee who will be moderating sessions as we go along today. We love your questions. We beg and plead for you to come up to the mic, but do remember to tell us who you are before you ask your question. Avicii, thank you so much for the wonderful food you provided this morning. You'll have a chance. Same applause, but silent for Force 10. You'll have a chance to meet a couple of engineers from Force 10 this afternoon. I see something out here. Let's say no cameras for the morning presentations. I think after that it's fine, but no flashes for the morning, please. These sponsorships go a long way towards supporting the organization. We are very, very grateful. Thank you. Same goes to Lucy and Joel, who are here again from the University of Oregon to multicast the meeting. They've been helped over the past few months by people from Cisco, Juniper, and Procket. Dwayne Wessels is here once again from the Measurement Factory in Boulder. He handles DNS and DHCP for us and also sets up our Squid Cache, at which he is quite the expert. He's just about to publish his second book on the subject, this time specifically on the free software we use at NANO called Squid. Caching is fast. If you use the cache, you'll get to your sites on average twice as fast as you would if you went to the origin server directly. It's easy to configure your browser, go to the main Nanog page, and click on Network Information. One last note, the wireless network in the hotel is totally insecure, wide open. Anyone can pick up data you're sending over the network. For that reason, don't send anything in the clear, most particularly, obviously, your password. You should be encrypting it using some kind of layer 7 technology, VPN client, SSH, something like that. And now, Ray Plzak.
Well, thank you, Susan. And welcome to Chicago, welcome to NANOG 29, and welcome to ARIN 12. As Susan said, this is the second time that we've done this. Some statistics, just from the ARIN perspective. As of last Friday, we had somewhere around 190 people registered, which is a new high number for us. But more interesting is that we have a crossover as of Friday of about 113 people attending both the NANOG event and the ARIN event. And this is up from our meeting last year in Eugene. So this is a very favorable trend. And you still have time to register for ARIN 12. Today we'll have a registration desk open from 12 to 2, and tomorrow afternoon from 3 to 6. We will be having our public policy meeting on Wednesday and Thursday. We've got 13 proposals on the agenda. The URL takes you to the page that has all the policy proposals. The policy proposals are in HTML text. Also, PDF file is available for each policy proposal. It contains the policy proposal text as well as a summary of the mail list discussion on the ARIN public policy mailing list as of Friday. And at some point in time today, we'll have an ASCII text version of this up as well. We're going to do something new this time as well. On Tuesday evening, we're going to have a policy proposal BoF. So if you have a idea for a new policy proposal or would like to change an existing policy but you couldn't meet the deadline prior to this meeting as far as getting it on the agenda, this would be a chance for you to air it and get some feedback before you actually submit proposal. In addition, if some policy matters come up in this meeting, and this is not really a policy forum, a good place for you to put this before a group of people to discuss would be at the policy proposal BoF. If we don't have anybody that submits proposals, we will still conduct an open mic session at that time. It'll be Tuesday evening. It'll be at 6:30, and it will be in ballrooms G&H. If you would like to present a proposal, please send email to policy@arin.net. Something else we're going to do a little bit different this time. Every fall we conduct a meeting for a seat on the ASO-AC, the Address Supporting Organization of ICANN, the Address Council. And normally this election is conducted inside the ARIN meeting. However, since anyone that is in the ARIN service region can vote for the people on the seat, you don't have to be a member of ARIN, you don't have to have, you know how to spell ASO. You are eligible to vote. So we're going to try something different. The one open seat, the incumbent is Kim Hubbard, who is not going to run again, and her term expires on the 31st of December of this year. The term that is open is a 3-year term, and it begins on the 1st of January of 2004. There are 3 candidates, Timothy Biggs, Kyle Hamilton, and Louis Lee. Their biographies are at this URL, or you can go to the ARIN registration desk and pick up a hard copy. Now, what we're going to do is that you can vote online seated right where you're at. We will be providing a URL tomorrow morning. The polls will open at 9 a.m. local time and will close at 4 p.m. local time tomorrow afternoon. And your eligibility to vote is that you must be registered for NANOG 29. And the information that you'll need to provide when you log into the website is your first name, your last name, and the email address that you used when you registered for NANOG 29. Thank you.
Thanks, Ray.
Have fun.
For the BoF tomorrow night, the hotel is going to be very flexible with checkout. So if you would like a late checkout in order to attend that BoF, it hadn't really registered that that's going to be a perfect transition between the meetings. The desk will be flexible for that. Jordan Lowe.
I just wanted to welcome everyone to Chicago. I have a short 40-minute presentation on the history of the internet in Chicago.
Just page down.
I'm just kidding, guys.
Cursor. So the cursor over the points.
Okay. Don't catch any baseballs at all. Just forget about it. Don't park anywhere near here. Just bad idea too. Miggs Field is gone. Sorry. And yeah, sorry about that too. I want to talk for a few minutes about the network we have set up here. It's based on a wireless network from CW Lab. We wanted to thank them quite a bit. Basically, we're based in Equinix in Chicago, and we have a few wireless hops that go over to our popover at Equinix. We start out with a 54 gig, 18 gigahertz wireless link, and then we have a 54 meg wireless link out to Schaumburg, and we come back over here to the Marriott with a 36 meg link, and that comes down here for all you guys to enjoy. That's that. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask any of our staff. I just want to thank everyone that helped us out. Marriott did a great job helping us out run a cable from the roof all the way down to the basement, which was quite a feat. I want to thank everyone helping out at NANOG and everyone from Merit Network who did such a great job helping us get everything set up in here. Thanks to ARIN for getting us hooked up with everything, and CW Lab for helping us out with the wireless stuff, and also SDSN who let us use their infrastructure in the hotel. That's it. Thank you.
Thanks, Jordan.